Ladies and gents, Senko Hanabi fanatics worldwide, buckle up for the historic 50th annual All-Valley Senko Hanabi Tournament live. Single elimination, best pyrotechnic display moves on. Judges have the right to call consecutive matchups until the superior Senko Hanabi is determined in any matchup. The 10 lowest ranked teams from their qualifying rounds are duking it out for a spot in the initial 32. They are balancing on a knife's edge.
And 5 teams are going to get cut.
Good metaphor.
It's an idiom.
Well, I ain't no English teacher. See? Double negative. You get that reference, by the way?
I did.
Did you? Summer School? Mark Harmon?
Yes.
Great movie.
Great movie.
The Senko Hanabi arena is pulsating with anticipation as Johnny Cash featuring Mr. 305 gears up for their matchup against Twininium. Greg, can you feel that sparktastic excitement in the air?
You bet, Mark.
The energy is crackling, folks.
Oof. That was a tough qualifier round for Team Cash.
Yeah, no real draw balls there, no real sparks.
Twininium?
Twininium.
However you pronounce it, Mark, they came to win
The anticipation is almost tangible. Greg, what's sparking your excitement the most?
Mark, it's hard to pick just one. From quirky team names to innovative sparkler moves, every moment is a surprise. And did I mention this is the first time we're bringing this spectacle to your screens? Historic moment.
Definitely an honor to be here, Greg.
Sweet sassy molassy. Look at that. A dross ball and sparking on Twininium. Twininium is moving on.
Well, and that's a tough break for Team Cash. Their spark was more of a flicker than a ring of fire.
They'll be walking the line right to the spectator seats. We have fun.
We sure do. The next matchup pits the Sparklers against Fire Paper.
Churn and burn. For real? Fire Paper better watch out. The Sparklers have brought the data.
Yeah, let's see if they can solve that equation and move on to the next round.
As a winner of the winning 1991 team, I imagine you're just the guy to tell us how this tournament runs.
Feels like only yesterday. Yeah, the tournament has been in its current form since the reorganization after the fiasco of '86.
Who could forget the 1986 All-Valley Senko Hanabi tournament?
Not me, that's for sure. Dark days indeed.
Well, they did get a dross ball, so that's something.
Well, we'll see if it's enough to best Fire Paper.
Mark, our producer just handed me a note. It's been 37 years since 1986, and there's 37 teams in this tournament. Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, but I appreciate a good numerology reference.
Oh, somebody just went up the down staircase.
Yeah, big explosion there, but Fire Paper has to remember we're not trying to blow anybody's arm off. We're just trying to get a dross ball.
Hey, where'd you get that sweet bracket?
I downloaded a bracket at guillotinedchemistry.com.
I'm getting one right after the broadcast. Mark, did I ever tell you about the time I almost blew off my arm with a bag of M80s?
Yeah, only every other week, Greg, but the real story here is that the judges have called for a rematch.
Neither team was able to post a dross ball, so back into the breach. That is liquid lightning.
What? A second judge rematch in a wild card round? That hasn't happened since 1996.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wild this way comes.
Wild indeed, but it looks like we do have a winner, limping past Fire Paper with a tiny ember of a dross ball. The Sparklers are moving on.
Nice. Hey, where'd you get that sweet shirt?
Oh, this is the 50th anniversary All-Valley Senko Hanabi shirt. Hey, where are you going?
To go buy one now.
Hey, you can just order one or even 3 online. Link below.
I get it. 10 to the 0. Number 1.
I do love a good math reference.
Technically, though, isn't any number to the 0 power number 1?
Maybe. But speaking of numbers, did you see that charcoal percent?
33%? That's a bold choice. Or a typo.
But they still got a dross ball, so maybe fortune does favor the bold once again.
We're the life of wasabi. Our fireworks will burn almost as bright as our future hopes. Can't wait to see what happens if we light some paper on fire.
And here we have lentil wasabi.
A fun fact, the spicy kick in wasabi is due to a chemical called allyl isothiocyanate.
I did not know that. Well, lentil wasabi needs more of that stuff. I feel like jumping in this tournament right now. Come on, you're going to have to hold me back.
Not yet, Greg, not yet. This is someone else's year.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it looks like 10 to the 0 is indeed the bigger number in this matchup.
And so, dear competitor Lentil Wasabi, it looks like we'll be saying Lentil Wasabi.
Bye-bye, sweet pea.
I think it's a lagoon.
Greg, you teach me so much.
I try.
Whatever.
Ah!
Greg, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm fine. That's the name of the team with the 31st seed.
Oh, check out that charcoal percent. It's almost half charcoal. That's making me go,
They're going to have to swing for the fences if they want a spot in the 32 teams.
And speaking of it not being last, well, we have Team Not Last.
Hello, I'm a representative of Team Not Last, and our goal in this competition is to not get last.
A bit on the nose, but also a bit of a mantra. Not last, not last, not last. Not last, not last, not last.
Yeah, I think it's working.
It is. Not last is moving on.
Ah.
No, not they got eliminated.
Oh, sorry, I was just emoting. And thank you for subscribing. If you're not watching this live, ring that bell so you know when the next segment hits the airwaves. Ends up fading away with more of a whisper than a shout.
Let's go! We won the first round. We hit our goal, baby. Goal.
The final match of the wild cards. One more team is looking to escape elimination.
And the competitors better duck because here comes the flying notebooks.
That is all right. Interesting qualifiers.
Sure was, and the notebooks might get knocked out with a crank kick from the next group. Bonsai, Mr. Miyagi, RIP 1932 to 2005. A bit of a mouthful there.
I think this team has confused the actor Pat Morita's lifespan with that of his character, Mr. Miyagi, which we know lived in the Karate Kid universe from 1925 to 2011.
It's amazing. How did you know that?
How do you not know that?
I wish I did. Sadly, it doesn't look like Bonsai saw that knee sweep coming. Get him a body bag.
If Senko used defend honor, defend life, Senko means something. If Senko used defend plastic metal trophy, Senko no mean nothing.
I think that quote was actually about karate, but I do appreciate a good 80s reference.
If come from inside you, always right one. So we have pruned this tournament tree down to 32 branches.
And this tree is going to produce some amazing fruit, sparkling, explosive fruit.
Speaking of explosive, listen to that crowd. They are fired up.
That's right, this could be anyone's tournament, and after the break, then the fireworks really begin.
Metaphorically and physically.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere, and
We'll see you after this commercial break. Ah!
Greg, what's wrong? Do it again, sorry.